Good morning, Lancaster Catholic. I'm Rachel Hauser.
And I'm Margaret Scarf.
Today is Friday, January 10th, a B-Day, and here's what you need to know.
Today's lunch is fettuccine alfredo with steamed broccoli and garlic breadsticks. In the sandwich line, there is tomato soup, grilled cheese, and your choice of egg or tuna salad.
There is a mandatory FBLA meeting on Monday during Crusader Period 1 in room 211.
The wrestling team is sponsoring a dress down day on the 22nd. Be sure to show your support by paying $3 in homeroom.
Here's an important reminder about midterms. If you are absent the day of a test, you will have to make it up during an available conflict period. But if you can't take the test then, you will have to go straight from your homeroom to the library on Tuesday, January 21st to take the exam.
Anyone in the scholarship challenge needs to know their practice was postponed to today during first and second Crusader period.
Here's a great opportunity for any member of the play or musical cast, AV crew, or acting or dramaturgy class. You can take a tour of Sight and Sounds backstage for free on January 31st from 3 to 6 p.m. Sign up with Miss Wagner no later than the 24th.
Speaking of plays, if you enjoy helping set up or running the show, why not join the stage crew for our spring musical, Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat? There's a meeting on Thursday, the 23rd at 3 p.m. in the band room.
This coming weekend, Cody McSherry, Sheridan Riva, Henry Greiner, and Elise Shank are participating in County Chorus. Henry, Sheridan, and Cody were also selected for District Chorus. They'll perform with that chorus next weekend. Then they will try out for the Regional Chorus. We wish them luck.
We need a flower girl to lead our senior class at graduation. So, seniors, if you have a family member making her first communion this year and you think she would be interested, let Mrs. Sharp know as soon as possible.
Here's your chance to show off your writing skills. Submit your poems, memoirs, and short stories to LCHS's literary journal, Mosaics, by January 31st. Place your pieces in the envelopes in any English classroom, and be sure to remove your heading and name.
This weekend is big for NFL fans. Seth Hackman and Isaac Schwartz give us a preview from the morning show's sports desk.
Wildcard Weekend gave us a lot of exciting games for this week's divisional playoffs. 8 teams will be competing.
Here are our picks for the 4 games, starting with the Vikings and the 49ers at 4:35 on Saturday. Personally, I think the 49ers are going to save this one. The 49ers' offensive line is going to save Garoppolo and allow him to focus downfield.
For me, momentum is heading the Vikings' way. I think Kirk Cousins, Adam Thielen, veterans will do the job for Minnesota.
Next up is the Ravens and the Titans at 8:15 on Saturday. What are you thinking about this one?
Lamar Jackson's a big favorite of mine. Favorite for MVP as well. I think him, their running game's going to get the job done.
Yeah, we hear that name, Lamar Jackson, thrown around a lot. I think he's going to be a key player in this game as he pairs up with Mark Andrews. He's going to be able to open up the field, and I don't think the Titans' defense is ready to deal with that duo.
On Sunday, the Texans play the Chiefs at 3:05 p.m. Personally, I think Patrick Mahomes is going to go to a second straight AFC Championship. Passing game just is too much to handle for me.
Yeah, I don't think there's really much stopping the Chiefs from winning this one. If the Texans want a chance at winning at all, they really need to focus on Tyrann Mathieu. He's the key to this game.
Divisional playoffs wrap up at 6:40 on Sunday. What are your thoughts on this game, Seth?
I'm picking Seattle to win this matchup. If they use Tyler Homer correctly, I could see big potential for connections downfield between Russell Wilson and DK Metcalf. That's really important for watching how this game turns out.
Russell Wilson does have plenty of experience, but I think the pass rush of the Packers and Aaron Rodgers could be too much to handle. We're getting closer to know who's making the Super Bowl on February 2nd.
I'm Seth Hackman.
And I'm Isaac Schwartz from the Morning Show Sports Desk.
One of the reasons the Eagles failed to make the playoffs was the injury to quarterback Carson Wentz. He got tackled from the back, took a direct hit to his head, and suffered a concussion.
Experts say concussions account for at least 15% of injuries in all high school sports. Anthony Prisco talked to Mrs. Stanley about this.
All right, and do you feel that the risk of getting concussion is worth it playing a contact sport?
I believe that that's going to be a question that needs to be answered by the athlete and their parent. They need to consider what the risks are, look at the benefits, and then make that decision together. And of course, if they are going to participate in an activity that's more of a contact nature, then wear the proper safety equipment.
How do some Crusader athletes feel about the risk?
I think it is worth it because you have a passion and you're doing what you love. I definitely think it's worth it. I mean, I've seen people dislocate their ankle playing golf. Any sport, you run the risk of getting injured.
I feel like as long as you know what you're doing, that it should be fine. But if you have any doubts, just, join the swim team.
Yes, definitely. When you do what you love, you're ready to do anything it takes.
We want to thank Anthony Prisco for those interviews.
Professional football players weren't the only ones taking a knee in protest. A Georgia cheerleader followed their lead and got in big trouble for it. Natalie Knox has her story.
A former Kennesaw State University student won a $145,000 settlement after taking a knee at a college football game. Cheerleader Tommy Adine wasn't allowed on the field during the national anthem for 2 games after the incident. Dean then filed a lawsuit against the Georgia College for violation of her First Amendment rights. The lawsuit also accuses 2 authorities of conspiring to pressure the university's president to take action against her. Dean claimed in her lawsuit that she had suffered terrible migraines and immense emotional distress over a loss of constitutional rights. Dean received $93,000 and paid her 2 lawyers the remaining amount for fees and expenses. I'm Natalie Knox.
Thanks, Natalie. Now for a news brief.
President Trump takes a step back from a conflict with Iran, addressing the nation from the White House. Mr. Trump vowed to impose more sanctions on Iran, but said the U.S. would not be taking any additional military action at this time. This followed Iran's missile attack on U.S. bases in Iraq that was in retaliation for last week's U.S. drone strike that killed one of Tehran's most powerful leaders.
A bombshell from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. The couple announced big plans to step back as senior members of the British royal family. They also want to split their time between North America and the UK. Meghan is an American actress whose family is from California. They cited their son Archie as part of the reason for their decision. But Queen Elizabeth may have something to say about this.
And if today is your birthday, you share it with singer and songwriter Rod Stewart. He is known for his hit songs, Reason to Believe, You Wear It Well, and Maggie May. He turns 75 today. Have a great weekend, Crusaders.